Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your August reading. I am working currently under the waxing full moon in Capricorn. This is the second full moon in Capricorn, a blue moon, and it is particularly intense for Capricorns or anyone with Capricorn placements necessarily. This is the full moon in conjunction with the final degree of Capricorn as Pluto moves through its last minutes, literally, of the sign it has been in for over 17 years, as it is ready to move into, in the mid-fall, into Aquarius finally for the next 20 years. This is obviously having a huge global impact, and you will all feel it differently and uniquely, but it's quite likely that you've been feeling an intensity of pressure of some sort or another. Difficult sleeping or intense dreams are a couple of examples of things that you have been experiencing. And I'm going to get started, and thank you for being here. I'm so grateful to be here after a brief sickness. So, your overall energy, Queen of Pentacles. This is one of your expressions of receptive earth. The Queen of Pentacles is showing you doing what you do best, which is building, nurturing, tending to, taking care of, being responsible for a community, for your work, for a project, for family members and or loved ones. You are a leader, but you are a leader by making yourself available for support, for consult, for advisement, for helping others as they request help, showing them how to do, how to harvest in abundance, how to manifest appropriately as a result of their labor, their work ethic, their dedication, as a function of love, as a function of loving the self, loving the earth, loving those talents and gifts that you give freely without an expectation of inappropriate reward, but knowing that the process is of itself a reward and a destination. This is a beautiful expression of practical love that you are mastering, although you may be experiencing challenges and heartaches along the way. You are not daunted. You understand you were made for this kind of service. In the present, we have the Seven of Wands. And this is an interesting way that you particularly now are focused on natural and healthy boundaries. You are more than willing to say no to offers, invitations, and opportunities from others. You are standing up for yourself consistently, clarifying what it is you see of value in any situation, clearing the deck for you to operate from your strength. You're very clear that you're on the path that is correct for you. You are aligned with the values that inspire you. Seeing the evidence of your work in everyday progress, bounty, rewards, abundance is what you work towards. And that abundance is not always material. In many ways, it is the idea of abundance and growth that you're promoting through your relationships and activities. So you are in a place of holding back the often outsized and unreasonable requests for assistance from others, and instead are moving from a place of clarity about your goals and your ability to accomplish them. In the past, we have the Star card. This is beautiful. This has very much been something that is supporting most earth signs. You are already in alignment with your ideal, this principle, this hope, this vision you have of community, health, and well-being, holistic abundance, is something that has emerged out of a long and difficult haul. You have gone through an intense stripping away of superficial, artificial, or false um, material trappings, and you have had the ability to work from the bottom up, to recognize the falseness of devotion to things that were the trappings of an idea of success that you had that was not, in fact, resonant for you. And instead, having worked through the loss, the disappointments that you've endured, the real hardships you've overcome, you have come to recognize and understand the miraculous nature of the support you have, your talents, your North Star, this vision of a better world, your better world. I don't call it a dream life because that's a slightly different area. This vision is really more about the way you fit into a larger social plan, an ideal community, and the work that you're willing to do, the work that you understand you have already been doing. And now by bringing it to your conscious awareness, you are become a beacon, a North Star for others. In the future, we have the Eight of Swords. This is most likely a lot of the pressure that you are currently feeling and will be feeling for much of the summer. This is about your being poised to step into a place of success, of completion of projects, and all the ways that you are open and available to new ideas, new thoughts about appropriate strategies moving forward, particularly in any group endeavor you're engaged in. This is you overthinking, you being asked to overthink, to think, to analyze, to step into your practical nature, to frame your efforts in a way that can be overwhelming, and it can take you away from the joy, the pleasure, in doing the organizational work that you are so good at here. You automatically know how to build, how to magnify the harvest, how to make things more abundant, how to generate ideas. But here you are perhaps getting some criticism, some blowback. You're seeing things not work out the way you thought they were. And instead of thinking those things through, you're being advised to release the ideas, release the mental chatter, the unsolicited opinions, and actually allow your intuition to work for you. You know the way forward. There's an opportunity here for you to relax and let the process unfold the results as you've already envisioned them. If this reading is resonating for you, Capricorn, please like this video, share this with others. Comment if you feel so moved as a fellow Capricorn. I'm very sensitive to the range of diverse experiences many of you are feeling, the kind of extremes of highs and lows you may be touching down with at this time. In many ways, as you review the lessons that you've learned again of the past transit of Pluto through Capricorn. And I pulled forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And I'm really going to focus on this Eight of Swords here in particular, because a lot of what comes to mind as you review situations that you have hopefully learned from, that you have gained a much clearer sense of yourself and your abilities, there have been old stories that are cycling through your mind. This is almost what some call the monkey mind. It's deeper than that. This is your reviewing the past errors, betrayals, hostilities, ways in which you feel excluded, rejected, or cut out of things that you feel deserving of. Forgiving others is difficult enough, but at this juncture, I feel the real task is your ability to forgive yourself. You have a very high standard of what you believe you should and could be doing at every moment, who you could and should be. And there is a real deep call for you to release that. Forgive yourself for the errors and judgment, for the missteps, for the failures, for the ways in which you are now able to take responsibility for things that didn't work out. And by forgiving yourself, you relieve yourself of the necessity to carry these old stories around, and they're literally interfering with your movement forward. From the flora and fauna of Africa, I pulled the scarab beetle. And the scarab beetle's key word is new possibilities. Expand your horizons, tap into your imagination, and explore something new. Unleash your magic. This is confirming the sense that I have of this huge transition you're going through for some of the reasons I've already mentioned, but because this forgiving of self is to the end of releasing you from an old story that is too burdensome for you to bear. That the past years of Pluto transiting your sign, but for those of you with Sagittarius placements, recall Pluto transited Sagittarius before it transited through Capricorn. So this can be upwards of 30 years plus of some real challenging experiences in your life. Not all of them bad, but extreme in some way or another, where you have literally been remade. And it's important for you to accept this new you by forgiving others, releasing that energy so you, as this magical, lighter, love filled creature, can emerge. I'm going to clarify the star in your past with the King of Fire and the Four of Fire. I'm going to start with the Four of Fire. This is about a real achievement you've made that you have built in your life around community. This is you either finally reaching a place where you are prepared or open to a partnership, a significant partnership, which will allow you in your vision to truly undertake the work of your purpose. This is the celebration of the growth you've achieved and a place in which you have created the permission for the entire community to be acknowledged for and to celebrate the growth as it happens. This is a living cultural, emotional, and spiritual foundation that now exists and grounds all of your achievements as well as your vision of abundance in the world. The King of Fire is describing the incredible confidence that you are now feeling as you allow your passion, that is a passion for service. This is understanding and loving the place that you are, loving the work that you do, loving your skills, seeing yourself as this pillar of inspiration and motivation for others. By allowing your heart to blaze through, you are allowing this desire of yours for a better life, a better world, a better contribution to release you from the past and to lead others on this journey. In the present, we are clarifying the Seven of Wands with the Six of Air and the Messenger of Earth. It's so interesting that as you move away from a situation in which you felt unheard or unable to make a contribution to the challenges that you're experiencing, you have been looking to find a, a, a resolution, a peace from a situation that you understand you had to experience. It was a necessity in order to get to the place where you recognize and accept these lessons as gifts. They have, despite how they may have damaged or even destroyed aspects of your life, you're now clear on the terms with which you can re engage, rebuild these areas of your life, and find real peace within yourself regarding the steps that you are taking, the resolve that there is a place for you in this world, a better place, a better organization, a better relationship, a better home. The messenger of earth is also signaling your willingness to start from the beginning in terms of learning who you are now. And that means an openness to doing things differently. You're planning things with an openness without a sense that you have all the answers. You certainly have all the experience to be able to evaluate offers and opportunities, but you're also aware that things must be done differently now because you're expressing things from an entirely different source of motivation. You have an entirely different vision of the possibilities, and you are contemplating a plan, a purpose, a way to step through this portal one step at a time. You're taking your time. There's no pressure on you. There's no need to rush. And for the Eight of Swords in the future, we have the Four of Air and the Transformation card, which is the Death card. This is very positive because the Four of Air is really signaling your ability to rest, retreat, to review the changes you've made, the obstacles you've overcome, and to be grateful. To understand that not only are you setting up a new cultural and social foundation with the Four of Wands, but you're establishing a new spiritual foundation in gratitude. By being grateful for your experiences, you're signaling to the world that you're ready for more, that you're prepared for more. And the transformation is really about all the ways you've cleared the decks for new energy, a new you to step through the portal. This is releasing the sorrow, the loss, the regret, the attention to events in the past that still take up and consume your emotional and spiritual energy, that require your attention in figuring out all the things that went wrong. Even if you're believing that now you see your role in a different way, it's time to let that go. The past can't be changed. You've learned all that can be learned, and you will continue to learn. But now you are clearing the decks. You're releasing yourself from that. You're forgiving yourself so that you can move forward into a new sense of this grander vision you have for the world and your place in it. I'm going to finish up this reading with Yogic Path Oracle and hope that this reading has been useful to you. And I've pulled Bhakti, and I will look that up and read from the guidebook for you. Wow. And Bhakti is one word: devotion. You have begun walking on the path of devotion. You are devoted to something greater than yourself, your body, your possessions, or your desires. The dedication is to the divine. Now's the time to ask yourself, what does divinity mean to me? Paths to bhakti include devotional mantras, meditations, and prayers to the gods and goddesses, offering service to those in need, and spending time in nature. The selfless path takes you to the greatest ecstasy of all, the bliss of devoting yourself to spirit. Thank you so much, Capricorn. Until next time, namaste.